Humanity lives under a constant shadow, a threat to its very existence. This shadow is not cast by natural forces or cosmic events, but by our own hands. It is a creation of our own making, a testament to both our ingenuity and our capacity for destruction. This threat isn't a distant asteroid or a lurking cosmic event. It's not something that comes from the vast, indifferent universe. Instead, it is something much closer to home, something we have built ourselves. It is self-made, born of our own ingenuity, and capable of unleashing unimaginable destruction. The very technology that has propelled us forward has also given us the means to potentially end it all. The global nuclear arsenal, a collection of around 15,000 weapons, holds the power to obliterate entire cities, poison our planet, and plunge us into a prolonged nuclear winter. These weapons are not just relics of the past, they are active, maintained, and ready to be deployed at a moment's notice. This arsenal, primarily held by the United States and Russia, represents a grim testament to our capacity for self-destruction. The sheer number of these weapons and the ease with which they can be launched is a sobering reminder of the precariousness of our existence. The existence of these weapons is a stark reminder of the fragility of peace. Despite numerous treaties and efforts to reduce the number of nuclear weapons, the threat remains ever present. The balance of power is delicate, and the potential for catastrophe is always just a heartbeat away. Each warhead is a potential trigger, a spark that could ignite a global inferno. The consequences of a single launch could be catastrophic, leading to a chain reaction that might be impossible to stop. While the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as chilling reminders of nuclear devastation, the current arsenal dwarfs the destructive power unleashed upon those cities. The bombs dropped in 1945 were devastating, but today's nuclear weapons are exponentially more powerful. We live in a world where the means to end civilization as we know it exist at the push of a button. The decision to launch a nuclear weapon could be made in an instant, with irreversible consequences. This is the reality we face, living under the nuclear sword of Damocles. To comprehend the true scale of nuclear devastation, imagine a bustling metropolis teeming with life and activity. Now picture 3 nuclear warheads, each capable of unleashing unimaginable fury, targeted at its heart. The detonation would be instantaneous, a blinding flash followed by an apocalyptic blast wave that pulverizes buildings into dust. A city of 1 million souls could be reduced to smoldering ruins in the blink of an eye. The immediate death toll would be staggering, but the suffering wouldn't end there. Countless survivors would succumb to radiation sickness, their bodies ravaged by the invisible killer unleashed by the blast. The very air would become toxic, carrying radioactive particles that contaminate everything they touch. Consider the hypothetical detonation of the entire global nuclear arsenal in a single concentrated location. Imagine the Amazon rainforest, a vibrant tapestry of life chosen as the epicenter of this unimaginable event. A blinding fireball, spanning 50 kilometers in diameter, would vaporize everything within its reach. The air would superheat, igniting massive firestorms that engulf millions of acres of rainforest. A mushroom cloud, dwarfing any natural phenomenon, would rise into the stratosphere, carrying with it deadly radioactive fallout. This fallout, carried by prevailing winds, would blanket vast swaths of South America, poisoning the land and water for generations. The immediate devastation would be catastrophic, but the long-term consequences would be even more far-reaching. Fallout, the silent killer of the nuclear age, is a chilling reminder of the indiscriminate nature of these weapons. Composed of radioactive particles, fallout is carried by wind currents, contaminating everything in its path. It settles on crops, contaminates water supplies, and exposes people to dangerous levels of radiation. The effects of radiation exposure are insidious, manifesting as cancers, birth defects, and a weakened immune system. Following a large-scale nuclear detonation, fallout would become a global threat, circling the globe and increasing the incidence of cancer and other radiation-related illnesses for decades. The invisible hand of fallout would leave no corner of the planet untouched, a stark reminder of the global consequences of nuclear war. Section 5. Nuclear winter, the sun's shadow. a global chill. Beyond the immediate devastation and the lingering threat of fallout, a large-scale nuclear war could trigger a catastrophic climatic event known as nuclear winter. The massive amount of soot and smoke injected into the atmosphere by countless fires would block out the sun, plunging the planet into a prolonged period of darkness and cold. Global temperatures could plummet, leading to crop failures, widespread famine, and societal collapse. The delicate balance of the Earth's ecosystem would be thrown into disarray, potentially leading to mass extinctions and irreversible damage to the biosphere. Nuclear winter represents a chilling example of how a regional conflict could escalate into a global catastrophe, impacting every living thing on Earth. Section 6, Megabomb, a doomsday device, an unthinkable catastrophe. Imagine a weapon of unimaginable power, a megabomb created by combining all available nuclear material on Earth into a single monstrous device. This hypothetical weapon, a chilling testament to human ingenuity, would dwarf the destructive power of all previous nuclear detonations combined. The blast from such a device would be apocalyptic, carving a crater miles wide and deep into the Earth's crust. Global firestorms would rage, engulfing entire continents in flames. Earthquakes and tsunamis would devastate coastal regions, reshaping the planet's very geography. The megabomb represents the ultimate nightmare scenario, a chilling reminder of the destructive potential that lies dormant within our grasp. Section 7, Planetary Scars, Echoes of Destruction, a warning from the past. The Earth bears the scars of past catastrophes, events that reshaped the planet and extinguished entire species. These scars are not just physical but also serve as historical records, telling the story of our planet's turbulent past. From asteroid impacts to volcanic eruptions, these events serve as a stark reminder of the fragility of life. They highlight the delicate balance that sustains our existence and how easily it can be disrupted. A large-scale nuclear war would leave its own mark on the planet, a permanent scar etched into the geological record. This scar would be unlike any other, a testament to human folly and the devastating power of our own creations. Future generations, if they exist, will study the layers of radioactive isotopes deposited in the Earth's crust, piecing together the events that led to our downfall. They will analyze these layers with a mix of curiosity and caution, understanding the gravity of our actions. They will marvel at our technological prowess, but also at our reckless disregard for the planet and our own survival. The ruins of our cities, overgrown with vegetation, will stand as silent witnesses to our hubris and the consequences of our actions. The legacy of a nuclear war would be a cautionary tale, a reminder of the consequences of unchecked aggression and the importance of choosing diplomacy over destruction. It would serve as a powerful lesson for future civilizations, urging them to prioritize peace and cooperation over conflict and annihilation. Section 8. The urgency of now disarmament, our only path to survival. The spectre of nuclear annihilation hangs over humanity like a sword of Damocles, a constant threat to our very existence. This looming danger is not just a relic of the Cold War. It is a present and pressing issue that demands our immediate attention. Every moment we delay, the risk grows and the potential for catastrophic consequences increases. The only way to ensure our survival is to eliminate this threat entirely, to rid the world of nuclear weapons once and for all. This is not a task that can be postponed or ignored. It requires a concerted effort from all nations, a unified stance against the proliferation of these devastating weapons. Nuclear disarmament is not a utopian dream. It is an absolute necessity, a moral imperative for our generation and for all those that follow. The path to disarmament is fraught with challenges, but it is a journey we must undertake. It's a call to action for every individual, every community, and every nation. We must work tirelessly towards a future where the threat of nuclear war is relegated to the history books. This vision of a peaceful world is not just for us, but for the generations yet to come. It is our responsibility to ensure that they inherit a world free from the shadow of nuclear devastation. This requires global cooperation, dialogue, and a commitment to peaceful resolution of conflict. Diplomatic efforts must be intensified, and trust must be built among nations. Only through mutual understanding and collaboration can we hope to achieve a world without nuclear weapons. The alternative, a world where nuclear weapons remain a reality, is a future shrouded in fear and uncertainty, a future where the very survival of our species is in jeopardy. We must choose the path of disarmament, for it is the only path that leads to a secure and peaceful future for all of humanity. Section 9, but a shared future, choosing hope over annihilation. The power to destroy our world rests in our hands. But so does the power to heal, to build a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. We can choose to continue down a path of fear and mistrust, a path that leads inevitably to conflict and destruction, or we can choose a different path, a path of dialogue, cooperation, and a shared commitment to peace. The choice is ours, and the stakes have never been higher. The future of humanity hangs in the balance, and it is up to us to decide what legacy we will leave behind. Will it be one of ashes and regret, or one of hope, progress, and a shared destiny among the stars?